Hey, Spooky fam, welcome back to my channel. So, I just spent my entire weekend on Tubi. Listen, Tubi is like a horror grab bag that you can find at a thrift store. You'll find chaos, confusion, and once in a while, an accidental gem. And I was tired. Like, week before, it was a long week. So, this weekend, I was tired. So, this lineup really took me through a journey. So, let's map out my Tubi weekend, shall we? So I decided, let's take this bonnet off. So imagine this. You wake up after a crash, bruised, lost, maybe even got beaten. And life was like, try again, babe. Instead of the hospital, you get picked up by a man who looks like he journals about power and calls it enlightenment. Next thing you know, you're on this private island full of soft-spoken women wearing these like Little House on the Prairie dresses, following this dude like he invented the sun. At first, it does. It feels peaceful. It feels spiritual, all sisterhood, healing. Then the cracks start to show jealousy, control, power games. Reality hits, and it isn't a retreat, it's a soft spoken nightmare with pretty lighting. It starts strong. I like the tone, but halfway, the plot just wandered off into the woods and ghosted us. Like, where did the plot go? I thought it had a strong, like, we're going somewhere with it, but no, it just. So my take on it is gorgeous atmosphere. It was gorgeous, cool premises, like I said, cool storyline. It just needed sharper teeth, so it got 3 stars. Solid vibes. It just didn't follow through for me. The ending was like, what the fuck? Imagine this. You sign up for this this wellness cleanse. You just came off of this bad breakup. Everything's just going terrible for you. So you sign up for this cleanse and it's free. That's what grabs you to fix your life. Then you drink this juice. They call it the healing juice. And instead of emotional clarity, why can I speak? You throw up this tiny creature that represents your trauma, like emotional goblins crawling around like, hi, I'm your childhood wounds. Do you have any snacks? It's weird, kind of sweet, kind of gross, kind of therapy, but with monsters. So my take, it was a cute concept. It really was. But I wanted horror. Like, I thought it was going to be like horror. I went in here thinking this is going to be horror. But no, I just got self-help goblins. So I gave it a 2.5 stars for being adorable and confusing. And the movie is called The Cleanse. I picture this. You're homeless. You just came back from the war. You're you don't have no, you just having hallucinations. Everything is just not going for you. But the only thing you got is this gym. You love to work out. It just takes away your stress and everything. But you got some hoodlums messing around, causing noise, making fun of you. The one friend that you finally met, they beat her up. So you go and seek your revenge and you kill him. Not only that, you cut him up and you eat him for your protein. But you end up killing the wrong guy. Now you start a big gang war. Now, this movie was chaos. It was it I think it had something going for it, but I had to give it 1.5. Like, I don't know. This is gonna sound sick, but I'm into cannibal movies. Lately I've been watching a lot of cannibal movies, but this one just dropped the ball for me. I love the premise of it. Like, you end up eating the wrong guy. Now a gang war stops. It's the way it ended. It just wasn't. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way it ended. Like, why did you end it like that? Like, you could have ended it a lot better. But that's why it got a 1.5 star. Imagine this. You and your boo, you these artsy types, and you like your paintings are very sexual. You're very sexual, your art's very sexual. So you decide, let's film us doing something a little spicy in this abandoned hospital. Good idea, right? Okay. You get tied up to a surgical table, things whisper in the dark, and suddenly your cute little kink session turns into a paranormal possession hour. This movie, okay, okay, so it was a found footage. It just got really chaotic in the middle. Um, I don't know, it just got really chaotic and you couldn't really know what was going on. Like with the camera work, it was this, most of it was filming the walls and floors and like, I don't know. I just didn't, it wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't the greatest. But the end, the ending, the ending will shock the shit out of you. This movie's called Sex Tape, but it was with the SX. The ending was like, what the fuck? They really let that be on this movie? That's why I love indie movies, because you can push the envelope. You can do things that big production movies usually can't do. And they went for it at the end. They went all the way for it. So that's why it ended up being 2.5. If it didn't have that scene, it'd probably been a 1.5. But that scene, yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't want to spoil it for y'all. But y'all need to check this movie out and watch it all the way through for this scene, because they pushed the envelope with that one. All right, here's my final thoughts. Now, was this the strongest horror weekend of my life? Absolutely not. Did I enjoy the chaos anyways? Absolutely yes. I am a horror fan. Chaos is my vitamin. Drop your weird Tubi finds in the comment, like, subscribe, and remember, don't follow strangers to islands. Don't go back inside haunted hospitals. And if somebody says cleanse, ask for the smoothie instead, okay? Y'all stay spooky and y'all stay safe. And I will see you in the next video.